Hello everyone. Today I am back with another video, and my name is Arindam Sharma, as you all know. Today I am going to talk to you about something very controversial but very important, something that is often misunderstood, but which is one of the foundational pillars of Asur Tantra or Maa Tantra. That is sex in Asur Tantra. Now you have to keep in mind that whatever I am going to speak of, it is going to be from the perspective of Asur Tantra, that is practiced or that was practiced originally at the foot hill of Kamakhya. Now, sex is one of the fundamental pillars of Asur Tantra, one of the most vital components of sadhana, along with mantra. Without it, true Asur Tantra cannot literally be practiced. It is just not possible. In Asur Tantra, there are two alchemical substances which are considered very crucial to sadhana. One of them is sexual fluid, and the other is blood. I am not going to talk where the blood ingredient or is going to come from. That might be for another video some other day. But sexual fluid will come from sexual activity. So this constitutes the two most important alchemical substances that are going to be used in various ways, in various rituals, ritualistic manners in Asur Tantra sadhana. Because these two fluids, sexual fluid and blood, both of them have the capacity, the potential to give life. They are the truest representations of life on this earth. Just for example, just somebody lying on a deathbed is usually given blood infusion during operations and such. Blood gives life. Similar way, a new child is born, new baby is born in the mother's womb through unification of sexual fluids of both the parents. Thus, they represent the truest essence of Maya on this earth. And since Asur Tantra is about understanding Maya through Maya, hence both these alchemical substances are very important. Alchemical means things that can induce change, from my perspective, that can project or promote metamorphosis. Now there are different types of sexual activities or sexual rituals that are used in Asur Tantra. I am not going to reveal all of them in this video because some of them might be quite controversial, and those that are interested in learning them or learning Asur Tantra can contact me directly and become my disciples, join my spiritual family and thus learn it. But on a public platform, there's just some of them ideas, some of those things masters might be a little bit too controversial or a little bit too complicated also to explain or elaborate in a simplistic way. Okay. And the reason for that is mostly because the social perceptions regarding sex can vary from culture to culture, from time to time, even within a single culture. Some of these activities which were once very acceptable might not be acceptable in our culture right now. However, that doesn't change their usefulness, that doesn't change their essence. But our perceptions, the perceptions of a common man or woman, till he or she exceeds that limitation, that social, in psychology it's called social uh, conditioning, social conditioning that we grow up as, that our parents, our society teaches us. Some of them might be for our benefit, some of them must just might be limitations. I'm not going to go into deeper into that because that is another topic or completely. That is something of a social psychological perspective. However, when you start practicing Asur Tantra, when you start learning Asur Tantra, then you have to overcome those limitations to reach the true you as the goddess made you. And the reason for that is because there are two most powerful forces in this entire universe of Maya. The first one of them is sex, which represents the desire to create, and the second one is death, which represents the desire to seize or destroy. Even in psychology, Sigmund Freud used to call it Thanatos and Eros and Thanatos, the desire to create and the desire to destroy. Or in this case also, which can represent the creation of the universe and destruction of it ultimately. And Asur Tantra is about creation. It is about life. It is about celebrating life to the fullest without harming anyone, but also without any remorse. And that is only possible when we use sex in a most fulfilling, most creative way and incorporate it into our own sadhanas. In Asur Tantra, sex is used to obtain or to reach three goals. The first is freedom, second is to reach balance, and the third is to gain empowerment. Let me talk about them a little bit. In this case, freedom means the freedom from psychological struggles or philosophical struggles regarding sex. It is all too common in our societies right now that people struggle with their own sexuality, own sexual ideas. Some things, some ideological limitations that get imprinted on them because of their tough religious upbringing or because of some other incidences in their lives. And this might harm them. This might actually limit their even enjoyment of their own lives or fulfillment of their own lives. But through Asur sadhana, Asur Tantra sadhana, incorporating sex, that freedom can be achieved. Those limitations can be broken. When you consider it as sex as inauspicious, because I have met people with from many different backgrounds, and I know that in addition to these cases being documented, it is very much prevalent. People struggle with sexual problems. Most of them are psychological, have psychological origins, philosophical conflicts. So that freedom from those conflicts, those monsters, those demons that haunt people of sexual nature can be achieved via Asur Tantra sadhana, incorporating sex. And the second one is when you want to try to achieve balance in your lives. Because just like any force, too much or too little, both are dangerous. Even sexual force is not an exception to this. Too much sexual force, if it is not channelized, it can lead to destruction. For example, because our society restricts sex, that is what you have to understand. It doesn't give freedom to sex. But sex is one of the divine forces that God or the goddess has given inside us. Purpose is to create. But when that purpose is not fulfilled, then that force consumes us. And it is very easy to commit heinous crimes as a result of it. You know exactly what I am talking about. The barbaric crimes are committed in the name of sex. That is when this force consumes us, overwhelms someone, too much of it. And the same can happen if there is too little of it as well. Infertility, erectile dysfunction, vaginismus, dry vaginas during sex, so on and so forth. These are all owing to too little of sexual force. In our metros, in our metro cities, the corporate culture, this has become almost like a pandemic throughout the globe. I mean, just take a look around you at the number of fertility clinics, and you will realize what I am talking about. The balance of our life has been lost. Asur Tantra, since it incorporates sex, it can help one to balance both. It can help awaken a dead or sleeping sexual energy, or it can help to balance and completely out of control sexual energy as well. Depends on the need. The third one is empowerment. Empowerment is basically when the empowerment can be thought of into as two things. The first one is overcoming sexual traumas or sexual blocks because of other traumas that you have encountered, someone might have encountered in their past. For example, those of rape or abuse or something like that. When you incorporate sex into sadhana via Asur Tantra, it helps them to overcome those blocks. Let's call them mental or physical or psychological blocks. You learn to accept those things, and you learn how to channelize them to help better create something that empowers you. The other aspect of it is when you don't know what to do with the sexual energy that you have. You learn to create. You learn to put it, direct it, channelize it into something creative, something that can be as simple as a hobby like painting, singing, or something that like very physical like martial arts, MMA, so things like that. Or it can be something very simple like gaining powers, gaining siddhis by using that sexual energy. Which is the most vital thing in Asur Tantra. You incorporate sexual energy, you use it in an alchemical manner to gain power, siddhis. Now, sex is used in Asur Tantra along with the Pancha Makaras, the 5 Makaras. So I will make this video some other day as well. I don't like to keep on dragging a single video, make it too long and boring for to listen to, that you lose your focus. I don't want that to happen. But these Panchamakaras are the blueprint to please the goddess. From the perspective of Asur Tantra, to please the goddess Kamakhya, Kali, or the Dasa Mahavidyas, it is the blueprint to please the goddess, and she will give you boon or whatever you desire. Just surrender yourself to her. Surrender yourself to your Guru. Surrender yourself to her. If you want to contact me or need any help, you can visit my website. My contact details are on there as well. Take care of yourself. See you some other time. Thank you.